Going on, guys, I'm going to show you some various ways that you can know information about your computer. For example, you can always go through system properties by right-clicking computer and going to properties, or hitting the Windows key and pause break key. And when you look at that, when you're looking through the system properties, all it's going to tell you is about your computer name, the name of your work group, um, your Windows index experience, or WEI, which I meant to say, sorry, tells you how much RAM you have and how much is usable. If it tells you if you're using a 32-bit or 64-bit operating system, and it tells you what edition of Windows you're running and what service pack you have. And it tells you your Windows activation status. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you another way. This is another way you can do it. You go to Start, type in dxdiag, and click on it. This is the DirectX Diagnostic tool. It tells you more about your BIOS and your processor. Right, as you see, this computer has an AMD Athlon 64 processor, 3500 plus at 2.2 gigahertz. And it has a Phoenix Award workstation BIOS. It tells you the system manufacturer. Right here, I'm using a Dell Dimension C521. And it shows my amount of RAM. As you see, this is 4 gigs of RAM because I have this computer finally maxed out to 4 gigabytes. This is its maximum it can go at. And it says we do have DirectX 11, which is standard for Windows 7. That we all know that comes with Windows 7. And there's third-party programs you can use like Specky. This is what this actual summary tells you what type of RAM you're using. Like it tells you that it's using dual channel, which this computer is. And it tells you what type of board it has and what type of graphics you're using. It tells you what type of hard drive you have. Hang on 1 minute, guys. It tells you what type of optical drive you have and what type of. It tells you all about your hardware too. It tells you about your network, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it looks like you say peripherals or whatever, which are probably like your mouse and your keyboard and all your other devices that's connected. Tells you what type of audio you have, since I also got a Logitech webcam hooked up to this machine. So we can go ahead and get an exit out of Specky. This is also, and there's CPU ID, which tell you more about your computer CPU. Tells you what type of socket it is and what code name your processor is. And this is tells you more about your main board, what type of chipset, because this one's almost everything on this board is an NVIDIA. Yeah, and I have the recent BIOS version, I meant to say, which was the latest for this machine. Hang on a minute. There we go, and it tells you what type of RAM you're using, what type, the frequency you got, your graphics, and your about. So yeah, and I'm just showing you some various ways you can know information about your computer, about how you can know what kind of board it is, what model it is, and you can know what type of how much RAM it has, or what size the hard drive and all that other good stuff. So yeah, and I'm gonna leave some link to the programs like CPU ID and Specky if you want to use those programs to know information about your computer. Look, they're free programs, and if you don't want to use the programs, you can use the other ways like going through system properties or sorry for that. That popping up. I just upgraded the memory a while back to like 4 GB. So what I'm gonna like I was saying is you can use the dxdiag command to learn to look at more information. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful to you guys, and thanks for watching.